Okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. Everybody is Fabi, are we waiting for more people or is this it?
We could be up to 11 people. We are now 6, but I think maybe the other mayors didn't join, so I think we could go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So hello, everybody. Can you hear me well? Yes. Okay. So it's a pleasure to be here today working on this scenario exercise with you all on how to localize SDG 11 via urban and territorial planning. So we are gonna be looking into 4 of the targets that comprise SDG 11. And please, I would like first of all to encourage all of you to speak. There is no wrong or right answers. We just want to know your opinions based on your experiences and to really have a lively conversation. I think that maybe, so you can see here in the screen, we have the 4 targets in 4 different colors. So maybe, Fabi, if we can zoom in target 11.1, so also we can see, yes. So in the exercise, we'll be looking into targets one by one, and then for each target, we'll be looking into what are the local priorities for your cities. So how can you address or what are the local priorities? And then which data and which information can help you to support make the right decision. So for example, target 1 is in housing and slums. So maybe for your, let's say, my municipality, one of the problems is the very high cost of housing, which makes a lot of people, which doesn't have enough affordable housing, which makes people living conditions harder. So then you have to think what data or what information could help you support your decisions. So we will start with target 11.1. Can you go up to the, yeah, and then we will provide some examples if you think of things. So target 11.1 goes on ensure access for all to adequate, safe, and affordable housing and basic services and upgrade slums. So again, try to think which are the local priorities as they relate to your municipality, and then which data or which information will help you to make the right decision. So it's depending on your own context and on your experience as mayors. So who wants to break the ice? Who wants to volunteer to break the ice? Someone, please. If not, I will call by name. So
this is Mandi municipality from India.
yes. Hello, Honorable Mayor. Thank you so much.
So for local priorities, especially when we think about to provide housing facility to those who currently don't have this housing facility and living in the slums or somewhere else. So first of all, we need to have a small survey of city.
Mm-hmm.
And in survey, we will try to find out whether the people have the knowledge of this affordable housing, whether they want to go and to transform their lives by taking the facility, or they are happy with the current situations which they are living in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then their social economical conditions are also we need to enlist, so that if there is a chance that they have to bear some cost of that affordable housing, they would be ready. to bear that. Secondly, as a part of municipality, we need to have suitable piece of land for providing them this for the construction of this affordable housing. So land is the big issue because most of the land comes under the premises of forest department, and we need several clearances for getting the land ownership in the case of municipalities.
Mhm.
So let another mayors volunteer.
Yes. Yeah, I think you touch on two very important topics. One is on engaging with the residents, engaging with the people who are living there to see what are their situation and what's their thinking, and then the matter of land. Really, for everything urban and territorial planning, there is this issue that you are dealing with land, with a physical space, and also with property rights and an economic issue. So it's very important to find land and areas where to expand the city. And also we need to be aware that urbanization, we're also transforming not land that is usually used for other purposes, whether for agriculture or for nature reserves, into urbanization area, and that's also have an impact on the environment. So thank you so much, Honorable Mayor. And if someone else want to speak, so please, you can go ahead, raise your hand, or just directly speak.
Right, have some of my words say here.
Yeah.
My context is little different from others, as I have already said in the previous context also. We don't have slums in our areas, but we do have landless people or people living in very pitiable condition, in where basic services are still not available. In order to provide them with better facilities and housing area, we need to make little reform in the policy also. According to the present policy of Nepal, we are not allowed to provide them with proper land area. Along with that, they have a kind of attachment with their land where they live. We want to transform them into other places for integrated settlement areas, but they say that their sweat, their blood, etc., they have done a lot of labor in that very land. So we need to uh, make them aware or conscious about shifting them to the places where they will be provided with better facilities. And after we shift them, we also need to provide them with proper employment opportunities also.
Yes, thank you so much. And then about data, what data do you think would help you to take the decisions to implement to address these local priorities?
In my view, to begin with, the necessary data and information might be, the actual one might be, we need to carry out what we call a survey among them, so that most of the people living in hilly areas there, how much percentage of people live there in hilly region, and whenever we shift them towards plain or integrated areas, settlement areas, uh, the amount of money invested by the government for providing basic facilities like transportation, water, electricity, etc. What is the amount of data? What is the amount of money invested? We can show it through data, and we can tell them that with fewer investment also, that might be made possible. That's what I think.
Yes, thank you so much. I think I would like to highlight one of the aspects that you mentioned, which I think is something that is forgotten often, which is place attachment. because you said that people has been working on the land and they are connected, and that connection is also very important because it grounds humans to the place where they live. Is also create communities, and that's something that I guess in many of the policy debates is not so well addressed, because people just create, yeah, we are giving them a better housing, or we are giving them a new housing, so they should be happy to move. But things are not so easy because, as you said, people have been working the land, they are connected to it. So it's not so easy to always just tell them, go away, live here, because we need to take into account these other less technical aspects, which are very important of human experience, like culture, society, and being attached to land and to places and to the community that are created. So I think that I would really like to emphasize this aspect because I think it's usually forgotten. So thank you so much for mentioning it. And also you mentioned the connection with the national government, which it's also important because in the end, the national government usually sets a lot of limitations and laws, and you can do as much as you can within your powers. I think that's also very important and pertinent issue. So thank you very much, Mayor, much appreciated. So anybody else wants to speak? I think you are muted, Honorable Mayor. If you can. Yes. I think you are muted. If you can unmute yourself. Yes, I think now.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, yes, finally. Thank you so much. Sorry for the technical issues.
Thanks again for our municipality, Sandagiri municipality in Kathmandu. In our housing, affordable housing area in our municipality, we have a well-managed housing area also is there. But now there are many slum areas also here in our municipality. I like that the slum area, we have to need to develop infrastructure development is to need we need that types of the problem. So where the infrastructure development, there is we need to water supply and sanitation. We need to improve, and electricity. There is another progress, and waste management. These are the infrastructure development we need to accessible. And other housing improvement is there. There's the most important is the structure. The structure is the main concrete house is main problem in our municipality, because in our municipality has one of the earthquake areas, so yeah, sector or earthquake affected area in here in Kathmandu Valley. So it is we need to the well managed structural housing is need to in our municipality. Other is our community services also will need health services, likewise the education and the land and space create for the land ownership. That type the other will do management in their sector. We are doing also the line pooling system is also we are implementing in our municipality. Likewise, the so many the peoples have a little the few land sector in they have. So we need to collect it line in through the line pooling system, and we are bringing to the well managed housing area in that sector, and at that sector the peoples will make the infrastructure level infrastructure structural well managed structure. We need to which criteria will provide in our municipality. Other is our economic opportunity also will need. So job creation, skill development is there in their people. So legal and policy support will be needed in our municipality. Collaborationship and the partnership with the government and NGOs to ensure their needs and partnership. These are our main issues for affordable housing and basic service in our operating. And other is our data information. We are collecting the data information, so we need to our bureaucrats that the service level, our management service level in the ward sector and the municipality sector. We are doing collect the information, collecting the support information, and where need in the vulnerable peoples, we are providing them to build house and they are our provided through our rules, which our structural management is that type of structure we are doing to the construction for the housing. And to uplift slums, their living standard is also we are going to the implementing this type of our main aim, main themes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And just to pick up on one of the things you mentioned, Honorable Mayor, I think, yeah, disaster preparedness and being ready for disaster like in your municipality, earthquakes, in typhoons, any other adverse effect, is very important because that can really damage all your initiatives. So thank you very much. I am not so sure if Mayor Alan Roldan is with us because he's not showing his camera. If not, he might join later. So maybe we can move to the next target.
One more thing we want to
Oh,
add.
yes. Yeah, sure. Yes.
We should get the information regarding the local construction cost for the housing, because until or unless we don't have the information regarding the cost of construction at local area, so we cannot make the plan to how we will provide them the affordable housing facility.
Yes, again, that's very important because we are talking about affordable housing because of high cost of housing, and we need to know about the local construction cost to really be able to provide this service. And we know with the inflation now going on, things are getting more and more expensive, and people are having a harder time to live and to pay for basic services, and it's affecting everywhere in the world. So, yes, thank you so much for adding the extra point. So if nobody else has a final comment for target 11.1, we can go to target 11.2, in which in this we focus on provide access to safe, affordable, accessible, and sustainable transport system for all. So here we are explaining of how to make public transport is safe. So regardless of your gender or any condition, you feel safe to use it. Affordable, accessible, so you can really use it, and sustainable, transport mode that doesn't damage the environment for all. So again, first you talk about your local priorities and how is the situation with transport in your municipality and how you can address the issues of transport, and then which kind of data and information would support your decisions to make easier to provide transport in your municipality. So who wants to start this time? You also can take a couple of seconds to think, or we can follow the same order as we did with the first target and we can just keep. So anybody wants to go ahead?
Okay, let me start with that one.
Okay, thank you so much for breaking the ice.
Yeah. Our local priority should be the one so that we do not create adverse impact on the environment. It should be environment friendly one, first of all. Problems like landslide, soil erosion, etc., should not be invited after the construction of roadways. Along with that, the concept of going green green transportation should be encouraged. That's what I think. The emission of fossil fuel has affected a lot in climate. We are making our residence place, uh, uh, in fact, not making, we are disturbing its originality and polluting it because of fossil fuel. So that also should be prioritized. And apart from that, the use of public vehicles should be more than that of private vehicle, so that the problem of traffic jam and etc. can be minimized. Uh, in rural areas, we even see the roadways without proper drainage system and dusty one also. Uh, it's better to construct a blacktop rock with proper drainage system.
Mhm. Yes,
And
and then
frankly, yeah,
go ahead, please.
yeah. Frankly speaking, I do not have sufficient amount of data and other information supporting these decisions. I'll add more to this uh, I
Yes.
whenever I feel that it's necessary. You can go with other mayors.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I think again, just to reinforce the importance of having to bring green transport or environmentally sustainable transport, and also um, to note that the most sustainable way of transport is always walking. I like to walk a lot, so I always walking everywhere. I know that's not feasible if you don't live in a compact city or in a place with walking distance, but I think uh, trying to create a city that you have different activity centers and at least everyday life necessities can be met within walking distance or something important. So next, who else want to speak?
Even cycling also can be added to that,
Yes.
cycling road. Yeah.
Yes, I have a problem because I had many bicycle accidents, so I am terrified of bicycles. But people who can stay in two wheels should also do that. So next, who would like to go next, please?
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you so
Yes,
much.
go ahead, Honorable Mayor. Thank you.
In our municipality, the provide access, safe, affordable, accessible, sustainable transport system. We need to the public transport system infrastructure level. Infrastructure, we need to infrastructure level. So expand the public transit by the developing and expanding bus, car, metro system, and the affordable fare structure also for the low income population. So we need to that type of the vehicles and the transportation. So create the integrated transit system is also we need to, that are the main aim. So safely measure, likewise the through regular safety checks, modernization of the vehicles, that type of the main local priorities. Traffic management is also the main priorities in our municipality, so that smart traffic light, real-time traffic monitoring, these type of the main our aims. Other is in our municipality, there are about 50,000, over than 50,000 heavy vehicles will come in our municipality, because this is the main highway for entry for the Kathmandu Valley. So we have the problem to emission problem is also the main problem. So we need to the emission system. We have to manage, we have to control the vehicles emission system. So these are the very main problem in our municipality. The emission reduction is also main problem. So for the sustainability of the transport system, it should be eco-friendly vehicles is also main our aims. This is the main. It should be the main our priority. The reduce the emission also is the main priority, because our municipality is in the industrial area is also more industrial area is here, and more than 50,000 heavy vehicles, and the local private and the local vehicles are also trafficking system in our municipality. These are the problem of emission, vehicle emission. So inclusive planning is also we need. Inclusive planning, which type of the emission transportation problem we have to main our aim. It should be the main our theme, technological innovation and the public-private partnership PPP model is also we need to the main our aim. So we are implementing this type of the our aim. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think, yeah, you touch into two ideas. You touch into many ideas, but just to highlight the important to take emissions under control. So first, you need to have targets and mechanisms to limit the impact of the traffic coming into the city, both for greenhouse gas emission, also pollutants like cars is a big source of pollution. And then they need to have data to know how this is happening. Like I'm from Spain, and for example, in Madrid, we have a terrible problem with pollution, but from cars, and there are days when you have the orange, there is a traffic light system with the air pollution based on the emissions from cars. And we always joke in Spain that Madrid city always have a hat, because when you go from abroad, from far away, you see kind of that cloud of black pollution in top of Madrid city, which is very terrible. But so yes, it's very important to have this data. So thank you very much for bringing this point. Anybody else wants to?
We can.
Yes.
We can.
To elaborate?
Emission
Yes.
reduction, public-private partnership.
Yes. Anybody else wants to elaborate in target 11.2?
Yeah, for data and information supporting this
Yes.
decision, we need to have the statistics about people mobility.
Mm-hmm.
How much of the population prefer to walk? How much of the population prefers to take public transport system? How much of the population prefer to have their own vehicles? So once these statistics we will have, then accordingly we can plan the transport system, appropriate transport.
Yes, I think this is very important, because again, you need to do something that your citizens are gonna use. So then you need to really cater to what are the preferences and what they feel comfortable with. So having a user-oriented data model in which you are focusing on the needs of your citizen, it's a very good strategy to really plan which are the best ways to move forward in terms of public transport. So anybody else wants to elaborate, or shall we move to the next? Yes. The major from by Kuntanath.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you here with us? Do you want to elaborate?
In my municipality case,
Yes.
many villagers come in Samata Divas. Dalit Mukti Morcha. Many villagers come from by there is 3 categories in municipality wards. 4 wards are town areas, urban areas, and 2 wards are semi-urbans, and 8 wards are villages, remote areas. Many villagers come they come in town areas, and the empty is in village areas. And when they come in the town areas, the system is every land is in personal ownership, not in municipality role there. Only their house and their road pass their their measurement we do. But we started here land planning where the land owners is peoples, and we want to give the land pooling areas to select and the study, and when we make infrastructures and then we return their lands. So this type of management system is going here in my municipality. I want to share this uh, from you.
Yes, thank you so much. And indeed, taking one of the points, like the settlement system, when you have different areas, the villages, and you need to find ways to bring all together. So again, it's one of the key issues. Always try to think how you can use the SDGs to address your problems. And I think this addressing this into the when you're localizing the 2030 agenda is very important to be aware. And that's why urban and territorial planning is so important, because as you organize the territory, you organize the physical space of your city, of your municipality, and you need to provide the connections through transport, infrastructure, etc. So thank you very much for bringing this point.
Thank you very much.
If nobody else wants to elaborate, maybe we can move to the next target. Yes, so now we are gonna talk on target 11.4, which deals with how to strengthen efforts to protect and safeguard the world's cultural and natural heritage. So in this case, we are discussing about both cultural and natural heritage. So if you have in your city monuments, any sites, any districts that has a special cultural significance and are a heritage for your city. So what are the local priorities to save them? Also, if you have natural heritage, rivers, mountains, any forest, anything that needs to be preserved. So we would like to discuss this issue now. So please, if someone wants to break the ice talking about how are your local priorities aligning with target 11.4, if you have any significant cultural or natural heritage sites that you need to protect, and then what data and what information do you need to support your decisions to protect these sites. So if someone wants to break the ice. So if someone wants to break the ice, please go ahead. Anybody? Please, that want to.
Okay, it will be me again.
Thank you so
To
much.
start with. Uh, mm, we are not that lucky that we have world cultural heritage in our area. However, we have some natural one here. So I would like to put forward my view regarding it. First of all, we see a tendency or a kind of idea preoccupying the mind of people that the public places, even the cultural and natural heritages are being encroached. So encroachment should be stopped. We should renovate these areas without destroying their originality. In the name of renovation, we have seen many heritages being destroyed with their originality, and along with that, locals should be encouraged to be engaged in their protection or conservation. If we participate most of the local people in these activities, it will be better for the for different level of governments to carry out the protection or conservation. Along with that, launching different programs periodically for maintaining sanitation, along with allocating people over there
Mhm.
also is necessary. That's what I think. And for the necessary data and others, we should draw out the historical data. What kind of significance do they have related to our history and religion, their establishment date? And we should know about the existing or prevalent rules and regulation in context of the in context of that country, the national rules. I would
Yes.
like to conclude it here. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Yes, I think um, indeed it's very important to engage with the local people in conservation efforts and to be very careful when renovating to not endanger the original and destroy the culture. Like cities are layers of history, and I'm sure. Oh, we have 15 minutes, so we have many. I lost my. Yes, like it has layers of history. So all your buildings, the neighborhoods, the historical quarters, maybe they are not World Heritage, but they are heritage to your city. They are heritage to the to your community, and that's very important to preserve. And sometimes just demolition to build new, it's not the best approach, while you also need to preserve and renovate while engaging with local community. So anybody else wants to elaborate on target 11? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much again. In our Kathmandu Valley, in our municipality, there are the three most important World Heritage area in our municipality and our valley in nearby our municipality. First of all, we have the square, Darbar Square, Palace Square in our sector, the Kathmandu Darbar Square, and the Bhaktapur Darbar Square, and the Lalitpur Darbar Square. Pathan Darbar Square is the main World Heritage area, which has the counting by the World Heritage area. And other is the most World Heritage in our country. The Buddha is also in our Kathmandu Valley. Buddha is also in the Buddhist heritage area. That is also the World Heritage areas. And Pashupatinath, the Hindus, the most important temple in our valley. That World Heritage area in our Kathmandu Valley. And Changu Narayan, and also in our country also Lumbini is also where the Buddha was born in our country, the Lumbini. That is also the World Heritage area. And the cultural is that this type of the cultural World Heritage area, and the natural heritage area is also one of the Sagarmatha in our country. Sagarmatha, that is the highest mountain of in the world. That is the highest mountain, Sagarmatha, the peak, highest mountain, 8,848 meters high in the world. That is our main highest mountain now in the world. That is the cultural, not the cultural, natural high areas. And the Chittor National Park is also the other. That type of these are in our valley and in our country, but in our municipality, the other many in our national and cultural area in our municipality, that the stringent, we need to stringent laws and limitation the protect cultural and the natural heritage sites, likewise this construction and exploitation. Nowadays, many people have doing to destroy the natural and the cultural areas because of the increasing of the population and increasing of the houses and the infrastructure construction. This type of the problem. So we need to preserve in our World Heritage areas, likewise World Heritage areas, natural and cultural heritage areas. We need to, that is the problem in our municipality. There are a lot of the temples and the cultural areas and the heritage areas in our municipality, but the biggest house, tallest house is constructing in our municipality. So it is the problem. So we need to preserve, we need to action to prevent in our the heritage area. The follow and support the international conventions such as the UNE, UNESCO, likewise the Heritage Construction and the Convention and the biological diversity is also implementing. So allocate the adequate funding for the conservation and the management of the heritage sites through government budgets grants and international aid also is coming in our giving in our municipality. So public-private partnership is also the main theme, because in the local people there are the community also preserving the heritage area, because they have the jatras, there are the festivals, likewise that they are preventing. So these are the public-private partnership. Local engagement in heritage conservation, that is the most important things. And educational awareness program is also the main theme, the main aims. So tourism promotion provides economic benefits the local communities, like the many tourists and come in our municipality culturally and naturally. They are coming in our municipality. Likewise, the Chandagiri cable car, there is hills and the important parts in our municipality. So research and the demonstration, also documentation is also main important things, because in our heritage area, which knows all the peoples and all over the peoples, all over the world peoples will know about our heritage area. So we need to research, and the demonstration is also we need. So digital archiving and to the collect and the money data, that is the other our sector in our municipality. So these are we are preserving our protect and strengthen the world's cultural and national area in our municipality. International cooperation is needed, and cultural exchange helps to enhance mutual understanding and the collection effect in heritage conservation. And other is public awareness and the advocacy in required to preserve cultural and the national heritage is also we need. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And since we are running short on time, I just want to highlight the aspect of sustainable tourism, which is very important. Tourism is an important economic sector, but not all tourism is sustainable, and not all tourists might be welcome. So it's very important to work on this. And I know, because I live next to a city in Japan which has many tourists, and it's a little bit annoying, but that's always a problem. So anybody else wants to elaborate on target 11.4? If not, we go quickly to target 11. So Honorable Mayor from Mandi, do you want to elaborate something, or do you want to break the ice with target 11.7? Which is on access to green spaces. Yes.
Yeah, was one more point we want to add here.
Yes.
Recently we have one heritage. So what we did, we transform into a book cafe.
Okay.
So otherwise it was unattended. It was unattended. It was degraded. And when we try to transform it to a book cafe, it becomes a valuable for the local people. So if the transformation of these cultural heritage sites can be done, it would be better both for income generation and for providing people a specific place for rents.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think the adaptive reuse of building, which is transforming into new function, I think it's very important and a very valid point as well. So we have 7 more minutes before starting the discussion on target 11.7. As I mentioned before, I would like someone to volunteer to talk about what we have discussed here. So I would like one of you honorable mayors to please volunteer. And then once we go back to the plenary, you will be responsible for giving the key ideas that has been come out from this discussion. So who would like to volunteer, please? If someone wants to volunteer, please raise your hand. And I will be eternally grateful to you. One volunteer. Just to summarize what we have talked today, so please, someone can. Someone? If not, I will appoint someone. So I will just pick a number. It's better if you volunteer that if I appoint someone. And it's just to summarize our discussion. So it's nothing to be scared of. Yes, someone.
Okay, I would love to be there.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I will then refer to you in this. Thank you so much. And now we have only 5 minutes before we go back to the plenary to talk on target 11.7, which is to provide universal access to safe, inclusive, and accessible green and public spaces, in particular for women and children, older people, and persons with disabilities. So which could be the local priority of how to articulate green and public spaces, and which data do you think will help you to take the right decisions? So if someone wants to start as well, we can start filling this briefly. So maybe just someone with 1 or 2 key points, because I don't think we're going to have more time. So who wants to go ahead? Yes, Honorable Mayor, who?
Hello.
Yes, okay, thank you so much. Please go
Thanks a
ahead.
lot. Nowadays in our municipality, the increasing of the construction of the houses and the buildings, there is the problem of the open space for the parks and for the disabled people friendly, children friendly spaces, the open spaces, green spaces, this type of the problem in our municipality. So we are managing where is the we have to more than the open spaces. We are improving that type of the open spaces for the park, like the park greenery, where the children's, elder people's, women's, and the disabled people's will enjoy in that open spaces. So inclusive design and the rules, laws and rules is needed to ensure all public space. I think that's so. So barrier-free access is needed, like wide pathways, accessible seating areas with disabilities and the older persons also. We need that in that type of the open spaces and the greenery side. And the child-friendly spaces like soft ground surfaces, and the safety measures is needed like the CCTV, because of open spaces, there are the other people will come, so we need to the safety also. We need the security side is also main problem, so we need to give assured for the security also. So these are our main aims. Our municipality is providing all the community level to where the space open space is there, we are improving for the managing for the elders peoples, women's, and the disabled peoples, like by the children's friendly also. So these are the main, particularly planning involving women, children, older persons, and ensure their needs and preference and their met. So transportation with dedicated facilities like low floor buses for the disabled peoples. So open space for the greenery. We are managing in our municipality through the municipality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I think we have 1 more minute. So if someone else wants to elaborate.
Another also, our municipality also providing also the urban parks and the gardens also. So senior friendly club also we are managing. So our municipality, we're providing for the open space to the through our municipality for the elderly people and children, and the friendly club also.
Yes.
Elder people's club also we are permitting. exercise and open exercise materials also are providing also. Thank you, sir.
Which is very
We can
important.
say it open gym.
Open
Yes.
gym, right?
Isn't it, Ghanshyam sir? Open gym.
Yeah, open gym.
Open gym. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I think that's very important because as we get older, it's harder to move our body and also leave home. So it's very important to join. So I think I'm afraid we are going back to the plenary. So before we go back, I would just like to really thank you all. It's been very interesting discussion. It's been very informative, and I've also learned a lot. So we'll be seeing. We will be meeting with the other group soon, and we will have a final discussion to bring together what we have discussed. Also, feel free to chime in. I think Bhagat Singh will be speaking in behalf of the room too. Thank you so much again. And honorable majors, again, we can go back to the plenary. So feel free to join the plenary at your earliest convenience. So thank you so much. And it was a pleasure.
Thanks to you for inviting us in your group.